I meant to make a different video for today.
Oh, God, doesn't exist. I know. I hate it when that happens. I'm just walking along and then trip fall and I'm accidentally making fun of a stupid person. I don't mean for it to happen. I would love to be making videos about smart subjects for big brainers, but for some reason it just keeps happening against my will. Anyway, today we have a smart subject for big brainers, which is how I know Christianity is true. Ah, damn it. It happened again, didn't it?
But that one is just going to have to come out tomorrow because it ended up being really long.
Penis joke.
But for today, how do I know that Christianity is the one true religion?
Well, you see, you absolutely don't. Much like basically every religion, it is designed to be far too ambiguous to give you any real proof or evidence of anything. That's what them stupid sciences do, and we all know science has never done anything for the world. Also, pretty much every single testable claim of a religion that contains information that only comes from said religion tends to be completely false for some reason, probably because of how true it is.
Not just as a guess, not just as a, oh, I have faith and it works for me. It gives me hope in this world.
Well, if you can do that beyond those examples, you would literally be the first. Because that's the best it is, a guess, or that you like it. Pretty much the only thing any religion can give you in terms of a reason to believe it. If it could, well, it would be really fucking helpful. No one would have to guess / do the one that they feel is the best. And if you can do as you say, you'll be the bestest religion guy of all time. And not say just another dipshit who says he can prove God and their own religion before proceeding to say something really, really fucking stupid.
But those are all subjective things. Those kinds of arguments simply don't hold up at all.
Well, I am glad we agree on something, and understanding that that's not very useful does put you above most of the idiots who say that they can do a proving. Not by much, mind, but that's mostly because you still think that you can prove it, and considering the number of people who have tried versus the number of people who have ever succeeded, well, I wouldn't exactly be comfortable placing any money on you. But that is mostly because I have already spent it all on whiskey.
Because Christianity certainly does not work for a lot of people. It gets a lot of people killed throughout history, right?
Goddamn, do I even need to be here? This motherfucker just keeps tearing big old holes in the crimsbobs for me. But no, don't worry, he's got plenty of stupid in him. I guess he's just letting all the rationality out before he goes full stupid. But yeah, people get killed for all sorts of reasons, and Christianity is 100% one of them. But you see, if I were an all-powerful god, I would make sure that my people all had healing powers, the ability to leap tall buildings, move objects with their minds, and had laser swords. So basically I would make them Jedi, the correct religion, if only for writing down on any given census. You know, for them maymays. Do it!
Before I continue, I have to point out that the answer that I have on this now is different than the answer that I had years ago.
Well, progress is good at this rate. As you seem to be realizing how many of them are really fucking stupid, you'll come to, I believe God and Christianity are true because they aren't. I just do. And you can't stop me. I mean, shit, how do you respond to that? With anything other than, fair enough, do you want to go get drunk? Although, to be fair, that is my response to pretty much any statement ever.
For example, in the past, I might have used the cosmological argument to try to prove God's existence. And in this video, I explain why I do not do that anymore.
Yep, the cosmological argument is a lot of things, but a good argument is not one of them. It's basically the whole, everything doing exist, universe ammon exist, therefore God do that happen because reasons. And you know, Cosmo, it might be, but logical, it sure ain't. And I am proud of myself for that stupid joke, thank you.
It is a bad argument, as well as most arguments that Christians use to try to prove God's existence.
He's so close, so very, very close, but is absolutely going to miss the obvious conclusion to when something keeps getting proven wrong over and over and over again. When everything that is said to try to demonstrate something is obviously faulty, maybe, just maybe, that thing is just bollocks. It's like the whole God of the Gaps thing. God of the Gaps uses God to explain things that we don't have answers for yet, but has a really bad habit of weakening one's position when it turns out that we can and do find explanations for those things that have nothing to do with God. You need to stop assuming God has to be real and just assume that you don't know that thing yet. And you can believe in him if you really want, but maybe just assume that the arguments for that are stupid. But only because they are.
Now, onto the topic of this video. How do I know for certain, for a fact, that God exists?
Well, fingers crossed it's something actually reasonable sounding at least. I mean, it won't be true or smart or even remotely convincing, but you have given me high hopes that whatever you say will at least not be obviously and extremely dumb on the face of it. Don't disappoint me now, fella. I'm not your parents.
Well, the same way that everybody on the planet knows that God exists.
Did you forget about atheists, my dude? We are right here, and we 100% don't know that God exists. If we did, we wouldn't be atheists. And this is about Christianity being true, so all the religions that don't do Yahweh either are also not going to know that that one is the real one. So, you know...
including all the atheists who claim that they don't know that God exists.
Ah, damn it, you are a fucking idiot, aren't you? Ugh, what is it with your lot thinking that they are fucking psychic? You can't tell other people what's in their minds. That's not how anything works. And then this type are always so surprised when people tell them to go fuck themselves. But funnily enough, calling people liars because you say so is a really shit way to make them think that you aren't a massive, stupid asshole. I know, it's weird.
I know for a fact that they know that God exists.
No, you fucking don't. I know for a fact that you don't know that I know God exists. Because I know what's inside my fucking head, you dumb asshole. And you sitting there smugging it up about a piece of information that not only don't you know, but you could literally never know while pretending that you do, is about as infuriating as this shit gets and makes you sound like an utter moron. I will never, intentionally at least, tell someone what's in their head unless I can actually prove that they are knowingly lying. Basically, I don't really say it about anyone but Matt Powell. Because come on, really. I don't think that guy even knows how to tell the truth.
We know that God exists, not just me, but you watching this video. Even if you claim that you don't know God, we all know that God exists.
Ah, wait, now I do know that God exists. You're right. Oh, wait, never mind. It was just gas. Seriously, I don't know God exists. Stop telling me I do without proving I don't know what's in my own fucking head, or that I'm somehow accidentally lying. Perhaps I have somehow been tricked into thinking that God doesn't real. But the thing is, even if I was, you know, I still wouldn't believe in him, right? It's like you don't understand how words work.
And not just any God, not the Muslim God or the Jewish God.
You're absolutely right. The Jewish and Muslim God definitely aren't real, and any gods that might be in the same godhood as those two 100% don't exist either, right? This guy is so fucking stupid it actually hurts me. How the hell he figured out that other shit was nonsense is legitimately one of the questions of all time.
Or the Hindu God or the Mormon God. Everybody knows that the Christian God is the one true God.
Look, I don't want to get up into a debate with anyone about Mormonism, mostly because I don't fucking care. But essentially, it's still supposed to be the same God, right? So out of the 4 things you brought up, 3 of them are literally supposed to be the same God. So by your own standard, you have said that the God you believe in is 3 times wronger than any other that you could come up with. And that's just really fucking funny to me.
And we all know this by the same mechanism.
Oh, do we? This ought to be good. And if it's nothing short of, I was shot with a laser that makes me not know things that I know somehow, but secretly do have that information in my head, then I'm going to say no. No, we don't. And also, you're a fuckwit.
God himself told us. That's how we know.
Oh, did he now? Well, funny thing is, I don't remember that ever fucking happening. Almost like it didn't. In fact, if it had, and I did, guess what I wouldn't be? Again, the only way this works is you telling me that I'm a liar. A liar so good, apparently, that I have completely convinced myself that I don't buy that God does the real. Like, only a really stupid person could possibly think this is how argumentation works. Far.
For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness, because that which is known about God is evident within them, for God made it evident to them.
Are you actually severely brain damaged? After all this, after everything you have said, all the things that you know, and that this is from God that did it, and I could prove it with my hoog brain. You took some shit from the Bible. My dude, here's a little test for you. Without using the Bible, prove that God wrote it. Hell, prove beyond a reasonable doubt that God in any way had anything to do with it. And again, you cannot use the Bible to prove that. That would be circular reasoning. You can't use a thing to prove the thing that it is. You have to be able to actually have evidence from outside of it. And it really fucking helps if that evidence isn't bullshit too. But honestly, we're a little beyond that right now.
The definite article is used here in Greek, so it's the God, the one true God, made it evident to them.
So fucking what? Look at the words the thing that is a bunch of made up bullshit uses isn't the slam dunk that you seem to think it is. I, and pretty much all atheists, don't think that the Bible is nothing but full of facts. If we did, again, probably wouldn't be atheists, would we? This is some staggering levels of completely thoughtless stupidity. Assuming that somehow the people who you disagree with actually agree with you on everything you think is the kind of wildly deluded start point that only an apologist can begin with. Amazing.
It's not some generic deity out there. I know a lot of Christians try to argue for some generic deity or deism.
Well, you have to fucking start somewhere, don't you? And the thing is, this doesn't only not prove God at all, like you think it does. It also does not prove Yahweh. It proves absolutely fucking nothing aside from the fact that you are too stupid to understand why that is the case. Which leads me to conclude that the only reason that you say that the other things are shit arguments, which is true, they are absolutely terrible, but you must have seen it, like, spelled out in your alphabety spaghetti or something. Because there's no fucking way you actually reasoned yourself into that position. Or that you understood the arguments of another person who did. That shit is literally impossible.
William Lane Craig, for example.
First off, don't you dare try to make me defend that smug prick. He's just as much of a dipshit as you. So dumb that he thinks that he can talk shit about deconstructing one's beliefs while having literally no fucking idea what that means. Because second, I'm pretty sure he uses the cosmological argument, and as much of an idiot as he is, he cannot hold a candle to you and your sheer dumbassery.
And the fact is, success in that way of arguing would be getting people to repent of their atheism to accept deism.
Repent of atheism for deism. Do you know what, well, fucking any words mean? Because I'm not convinced that you actually realize that you're making noises at the moment, let alone understand that they are supposed to have actual meanings. One could absolutely stop being an atheist and switch to a deist worldview without fucking repenting. That is your word, and it's about having done something actually morally wrong and bad. Whereas if you just move from God not real, I think, to actually he am real, I think, that's just a change of fact stance. That's how dumb you are. You can't even conceive of a word that's not your stupid biblical shit to describe something happening. It's frankly fucking pathetic, dude. Read a dictionary, please.
Which is more rejection of the one true God, which means that they're going to hell.
Oh, look, threats. That's always one that's going to make people think you aren't completely full of shit. I'm a liar, and I'm going to be tortured forever. And yet, I still don't buy your bullshit. You know why? Because it's not fucking true. And if it was, you would absolutely have better arguments than, hey, you know how you totally think the Bible is true, right? You fucking goon.
I don't defend a God that hasn't revealed himself and proved himself to every human being on the planet.
Actually, you do. You just can't comprehend that's what you are doing. But that doesn't change the fact that that is exactly what you are doing. And for the 7 hyper-intellects who are here saying, sick, are you saying he's lying then? I'm very smart. Well done, dumbass, you fell into my trap. The difference between him saying, I believe in God really, and me saying he doesn't know what the fuck he believes. I have evidence for that. It's literally just every single thing he said in this video so far, and probably everything before that.
God made it evident to them, for since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, both his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made, so that they are without excuse.
Ugh, the sophistic garbage in that fucking book really does blow my mind. His invisible attributes, which are basically fucking everything, have totally been seen. How have we seen them? Not stated. How could we have, since they are, you know, fucking invisible? And not just normal invisible, dumbass who wants to tell me, well, you believe in wind or gravity. Those things have actual ways to measure them, moron. God don't. His attributes are completely intangible, the same way things that aren't real are intangible, like God.
What has been revealed? God is creator, we are his creation, and he has given us knowledge of certain things.
You know what knowledge he could have given us? Things that we could not have known for thousands of years that help us to truly understand the universe and the world around us. But for some reason, the only remotely accurate things in the book that people lied about him writing are things that people already knew, and vague prophecies that could mean anything and are generally just powers will rise and fall like they always fucking do, but nothing about the various universal constants, nothing about how to generate infinite power. But you know, he does tell us how to look after the slaves we totally still think is a cool thing to do, right? Idiot.
He has given us truth that we have, and by nature, we suppress that truth in unrighteousness. Essentially, the reason why people say that they don't believe in God, or they don't want to believe in God, or that they claim that they don't know God, is because they have that truth in their heart, but they're suppressing it in unrighteousness. They don't want it to be true.
No, that's just the kind of nonsensical rhetoric you use when you want stupid people to agree with you, instead of using their brain. I can tell you that you don't believe in the magical healing power of my asshole, because you suppress the truth in your unhandsomeness. That doesn't make it true. It makes you really fucking easy to manipulate into believing absolute nonsense. Because now I can get you to believe anything. Because if you don't believe it, well, that's not very handsome of you. Now you're going to have to suffer for all eternity debunking stupid people on YouTube. Wait, am I in my own hell? And ugly? Oh no!
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstar Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the